It's the hottest alternative health fad. It boasts an impressively vast and well-stocked medical cabinet. It's endorsed by royalty and the stars, and is doing a booming trade in high street pharmacies. 500 million people worldwide claim to use it. What is it? It's a system for dosing up on a dilute solution of water. Welcome to the bizarre world of homeopathy.
Now, in homeopathy, to prepare a solution, you take 1 part of the substance and you put it in 10 parts of water, and then you success it. That would be called a 1 solution. They never use that. Far, far too strong. Now, what they do to prepare it is they take the substance, put it in the water, and then they success it. That means shake it up and down 10 times, sideways 10 times, and back and forth 10 times, in 3 different dimensions, 10 times each. That's called succession. I call it shaking it. But I'm not scientific, so what do I know? That's a 1 solution. As I say, they never use that. Then they take 1 part of that solution and put it in 10 parts of water and chugga, 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 the whole thing all over again. And they get a 2 solution, 1 part in 100. You follow now? Then they repeat it 1 more time, 10 parts, and they get 1 in 1,000. But that's far, far, far too concentrated. No. They prefer dilutions of 1 in 10 to the 20th parts of water. That's 1 with 20 zeros after it. That's what I call dilute.
What have we got?
RTA, broken arms, suspected internal injuries, severe contusions to the head.
Okay, needs to move fast. Put me a solution of Arnica montana. Stat.
Strength?
1 part in a million.
I'm sure, it looks serious.
You're right. We need to strengthen the dose. 1 part in 10 million.
On it, Doctor.
We've got a tricky one.
Nothing we can't handle. Get me some wolfsbane, also known as monkshood, in here. And a whole tray of flower remedies.
Oh, the chakras are fading. We need some crystals.
Nurse, fetch me some purple tinted quartz. I think you're right. Make that aquamarine quartz.
Good call.
Okay, he's stabilizing. Now, does anybody know what sort of car hit him?
A blue Ford Mondeo, apparently.
Right, get me a bit of blue for Mondeo, put it in water, shake it, dilute it, shake it again, dilute it again, do some more shaking, dilute it some more, then put 3 drops on his tongue. If that doesn't cure him, I don't know what will.
Homeopathy was dreamed up in the late 18th century as a way of boosting the body's vital spirit. One of the central tenets handed down by its founder, Samuel Hahnemann, was that like cures like. In Hahnemann's world, dilute poison ivy cures skin rash because, undiluted, it causes a rash if touched. By the same principle, red onion can alleviate streaming eyes and snake venom stiffness. Homeopaths claim that the more you dilute an active ingredient in water, the stronger medicine it becomes. Most homeopathic remedies are marked 30C. What does that mean? It means 1 part medicine to 100 to the power of 30 parts water. In order to get 1 molecule of the active substance, you need to imbibe all the atoms in the solar system. To science, it just doesn't make sense.
It's nonsense. And they'll have this all the time with medical stuff on the television. You'll have a doctor on and they'll talk to the doctor and be, oh, doctor this and doctor that, and what happened there, and doctor, isn't it awful, right? And then the doctor will be talking about something with all the benefit of research and medical evidence, and they'll turn away from the doctor in the name of balance and turn to some quack witch doctor, homeopath, horseshit peddler on the other side of the studio. And I'm sorry if you're into homeopathy. It's water! How often does it need to be said?
Even homeopaths acknowledge that there is not a single molecule of active ingredient in the bottle they sell you. It's just water.
The more dilute the medicine is, the stronger it is. I told you they get sillier as you go along. Now, I happen to have some homeopathic medicines here on the table. No, I have homeopathic preparations. I won't dignify them by calling them medicines. This one is called cold and flu relief. This is a spray. Oh, it's got a rebate offer. Damn, I missed that. Breakthrough medicine, no side effects, that's true. My question is there any other effects? It does remove that dreadful lump in your wallet because it's very expensive. Active ingredients, folks, listen to this now. Active ingredients. Oh, see, the one that's listed first is the one that's the most prevalent in the compound. Arsenicum album, in brackets it says arsenious acid. What concentration? 30x. That means 1 followed by 30 zeros, parts of water, and 1 part of arsenicum album. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it at all, friends, because that's what the 30x means. Now, wait a minute. We've passed a certain point here. It's called sort of the point of no return, I suppose, but a fellow named Avogadro came up with a thing called Avogadro's limit, Avogadro's number, and all. He was very awkward, but he was right. Yes, 10 to the 23rd. Once it gets to a 23rd solution there, if you can call it a solution at that point, there is only a chance of there being 1 molecule or atom of the original substance present in the mixture. So by the time you get to 10 to the 24th, you've got 1 chance in 10 of there being 1 molecule there.
Homeopathy boldly paddles further up the creek of pseudoscience, claiming that water somehow has a memory of the now completely absent active ingredient. But wouldn't water also have memory of other, more common impurities it's come into contact with? Salt, urine. Scientists have calculated that in each glass of water we drink, at least 1 molecule has passed through the bladder of Oliver Cromwell.
It is based on the principle that the more diluted the medicine, the more potent it becomes. Because according to their theory, water has memory. Which scares the hell out of me. I've done some weird things in the shower. Luckily, water has memory, but it can't speak.
In 2005, the medical journal The Lancet surveyed all the meta-analyses, the analyses of the analyses, and failed to find any reliable effect of homeopathy. Tellingly, for me, in the bigger trials, less prone to chance anomalies, homeopathy was more likely to show 0 demonstrable effect.
Jesus, homeopaths get on my nerves with the old, well, science doesn't know everything. Well, science knows it doesn't know everything, otherwise it'd stop. But as well as that, you know, why would they bother? But as well, just because science doesn't know everything doesn't mean you can fill in the gaps with whatever fairy tale most appeals to you.
Incredibly, you and I are paying for this unproven industry through our taxes. Despite the National Health Service's net £540 million deficit for 2006, the refurbishment of the Royal Homeopathic Hospital was part funded by the NHS to the tune of £10 million. That's equivalent to 500 nurses' salaries.
Calling all scientists.
I've got a degree in homeopathic medicine!
You've got a degree in baloney.
Folks, sure, you can laugh at this. We all laugh at this. It's comical. It's juvenile. It's asinine. There's no other way to describe it. But these medicines are being sold in leading pharmacies today, pharmaceutical chains across the country. And just recently, just 3 or 4 days ago, they came up on the internet offering people who are worried about terrorist attacks homeopathic medicine that they say are antidotes for radiation poisoning, bubonic plague, smallpox, and anthrax. Am I understandably angry about this thing?
Tough day, eh?
I just can't stand losing them.
It happens.
I don't know, sometimes I think a trace solution of deadly nightshade or a statistically negligible quantity of arsenic just isn't enough.
That's crazy talk, Simon. Okay, so you kill the odd patient with cancer or heart disease, or bronchitis, flu, chickenpox, or measles. But when someone comes in with a vague sense of unease, or a touch of the nerves, or even just more money than sense, you'll be there for them. Bottle of basically just water in one hand, and a huge invoice in the other.
I suppose you're right.